It is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. That will really help me out. I thought I'd do a different show today, a different video. I'm here with my good friend Bill. He's more than a friend. I guess we say we're related, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, his wife and my wife are sisters. That's how we're related. I consider him...
we're brothers-in-law.
Well, is that what you really call him?
Yeah, well...
No, we're not brothers-in-law. Or is it?
Yeah, that's what we are.
No, that's not brothers. No, me and... That's another story for another time. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd do something different. I asked him a question a few minutes ago, and I said, Bill, are you audiophile? And he said...
No.
Okay, that's pretty good, because we could call this audiophiles conversation with a non-audiophile. But Bill's a musician, too.
Yeah.
He's a musician. I thought I'd be good to talk with him because he's very knowledgeable about music. He knows probably 100 times much more about music than I do. You really
think so.
You don't think so?
No, it's a matter of specialty, probably. You know 1,000 times more about jazz than I do.
I don't think I know that much more about jazz than you.
Oh, okay.
But you know 1,000,000 times more about a 60s pop and rock music than I do.
Well, maybe.
So we're going to actually get into that a little bit. But anyway, Bill grew up in the greater Southern California area in San Diego, right? Greater
Yes.
San Diego area.
Yes.
What time period did you actually grow up in San Diego?
Okay, well, I was born in 1953, and I lived in San Diego until 1982.
I didn't know you were there that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm asking some questions like, what's your favorite, and you don't have to answer now. Okay. What's your favorite, some of your favorite albums of all time?
Okay.
Some of your best, maybe your favorite songs of all time.
Okay.
Some of your best, maybe female singers of all time. Some of your best male singers of all time. We're going to get into that in this video. Okay. But in terms of music, when did you start getting interested in music? Like, at what age?
I was probably about 8 or 9 or so.
So you're like 1950, 1960 or something like that?
Very early 60s, yeah.
Okay, cool. What was your preferred type of music?
Originally, it was surf music.
Surf music,
yeah, and folk music.
Okay.
Kingston Trio and Peter Paul.
Yeah,
in the early
Seeger.
60s, early, right.
Seeger,
right,
early Dylan.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah.
Okay, let's go. So you're a musician too?
Yes.
What instruments do you play?
I play guitar and keyboards and bass guitar. I play bass guitar in a local... The
local band, I forgot to mention that.
Rock and roll band.
Yeah. Curious, are any of your band members audiophiles?
No.
Okay, that's the question I have for you. And maybe for some of you out there listening, why aren't more musicians audiophiles? I never, ever understood that. I just don't... I'm going to give you an example. Ron Carter, who played with Miles Davis in the 60s, he was the bassist. Mm-hmm. He was not an audiophile at that time. Mm-hmm. I think later on in life, I think he became interested in it. But early in his life, even when he was playing professionally, he was not an audiophile, nor did he have a great interest. I saw that on a video somewhere. So why is that the case? I always never understood that.
I would have to guess that it's probably a matter of time. You're dedicating your time to a major passion, and if you're a musician, you're dedicating your time to making music and playing music and writing music, and being an audiophile is a whole another universe of time and energy that you have to dedicate to it.
So it's a matter of time.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, it's like how many different passions can you have at once and have enough time to be able to dedicate to them.
I just always thought that a musician out of anybody in the world would want to listen to music in its most natural and purest form in the home setting, at home, on a home system. The best system that they can afford. Not the best system they can afford. And I never understood why musicians wouldn't have that.
Well, we have that already.
What's that?
If you're playing music, if you're actually on stage playing music, that's the purest form of that music that it can possibly be. It's not even recorded yet or anything. Yeah,
but what about when in a home setting?
Yeah, okay, well, in a home setting, I know at least for me, the music that I take time to listen to, it's because I want to learn some songs, or I want to learn how somebody's playing something, or I want to learn how some other musician is doing something, and I don't really care about the the quality of it as much as I care about just what it is that you're playing.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, like I said, I thought you would. I talked about the music when you're leisurely listening to music. When you're leisurely, let's say you're listening to Dylan or something like that,
right,
or whatever. You don't want to hear him in like a really.
I do, but it's good enough.
It's good enough.
Yeah,
What's your preferred method of listening to music?
If I can just listen to something just on a CD or even just
I love CDs, by the way. As you can see, I got CDs
or even just a wave file or something. To me, that's plenty good enough.
On like a small digital device or something like that.
Yeah,
That's nothing wrong with that. That's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I could never figure out why musicians are not audiophiles. I'm not a musician. I'll play anything.
Some are. Huh? I'm sure lots of them probably are.
Yeah, but I get the impression that a lot of them
not
are
anybody
not.
that
Just like in your band, you said most of them, all of them, right?
And like in your case, you have all this equipment. Right?
I don't play anything.
But when you have extra money, when you have things that you want, this is the equipment that you buy.
My money goes in my system.
For a musician, you're buying guitars and amplifiers and keyboards and stuff. You're not spending it on hi-fi equipment.
Yeah, I think if I was a musician, I would want both, the best of both worlds. I think if I was a musician, I would be an audiophile too, but that's just me. But you say you're mainly an electric bass player.
Yes.
Who are your favorite bass players?
My favorite bass
players, I should say.
I would say Jack Bruce.
Okay. Of Cream?
Yeah, Cream, right, and many other things.
Yeah.
Jaco Pastorius.
Jaco Pastorius, of Weather Report. He's one of my favorites for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And Weather Report, he was outstanding. Also toured with Joni Mitchell a little bit.
In other odd kinds of things, I can't really think of anybody right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of who comes to mind right offhand. I mean, there are some modern players that are really good, but just the old school people.
Yeah, I mean, Jaco Pastorius had that unique. Yeah. He just had that unique bass lines.
Yeah, there are a lot of real virtuoso players, but I don't really care about that.
Oh, really?
Because I just want to listen to somebody that plays with soul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people can play lots of fast notes, but that doesn't really mean anything to me.
Yeah, that's your favorite instrument, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not necessarily my favorite.
It's one of the. That's the one you play in your band, so I assume that's the one you're most gifted at.
Well, it's easiest to play.
Oh, that's the reason why?
Yes. To be a guitar player, in an electric guitar player in a band, it's a pretty tedious thing. You have to have you have this immense pedal board with all kinds of different kinds of effects on it. You have to be always tweaking things. It's hard. You have a whole bunch of different kinds of sounds you have to make. And playing bass, it's really easy.
Yeah, but is that part of the fun of it, the challenge of it?
No.
Not
not for me. The fun part is just making good music and sounding good.
Okay, so that's
the easiest way that I can.
Okay, that's what you feel most comfortable with.
Yeah, and also there are 20 guitar players for every bass player, so it's a lot easier to find good guitar players. I wouldn't be a good guitar player. I mean, I'm a passable guitar player, but I'm not a really good.
Yeah, but if you did it more, don't you think you would be a great guitar player if you did it more?
Maybe if I spent all my time doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have been in the past. I've been a lead guitar player in rock bands in San Diego, long time ago.
But, working bands where you. Yeah. When did you start playing in a band, by the way?
When did
initially?
Early '70s when I was in when I was in junior high, late '60s. Mid late '60s. Yeah, we had high school bands. We played high school dances and gym dances and that kind of thing.
Okay, but you weren't like in the.
I was a guitar player mainly then.
Okay, you weren't in a high school band where how high school.
Oh no.
But you weren't like in a.
No, like our neighborhood rock band.
Yeah.
We played school.
And that was like in the late '60s or.
Yeah, late '60s. Yeah.
Okay.
Mid late '60s.
I'm curious. What was the first concert that you ever attended?
First concert was the Association.
The Association back in San Diego.
Yeah. Yes.
I was looking at a Disneyland website. On Disneyland, they used to have acts there back in the '60s, and the Association, I think it was somewhere in '65, '66, played at Disneyland. They used to, Disneyland used to host bands, big bands like that, famous bands. It was right around the time when they were first taking off. the association. But that was the first one you've seen.
That was the first one. And then the second concert was Paul Butterfield Blues Band with Mike Bloomfield and Elvin Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a world of difference between the association and an electric blues band.
Wow. Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
Wow. Who else you seen that?
Who else have I seen?
That are like
what ones that really stick out was I was fortunate enough to see Jimi Hendrix
in San Diego. Was that the arena?
The sports arena. Just a few weeks before he died.
Wow, how was it?
Oh, it was fabulous. He really was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, I saw a lot of people that I used to really like Jethro Tull.
You saw Jethro Tull?
About 4 times.
About what time period?
Mid 70s, I guess. Not being a rock band, but James Taylor is one of my favorite.
Yeah, he's more of the soft.
I've seen him a lot of times. I've seen Neil Young a number of times. And a whole lot of people that kind of came and went. Some people from the San Francisco scene. I've seen the Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane.
With
Grace Slick.
Grace Slick, that version of it.
Exactly.
It wasn't the initial version.
And some other San Francisco bands. There was one called "It's a Beautiful Day," which
I remember that. They had this song that White Bird. Yeah, that's my favorite song. That's a beautiful song.
Isn't that a wonderful song?
Yeah.
That and Fever Tree was another San Francisco group. Spirit, I saw a couple of times.
My first concert, was later in yours. I was like 12 or something. It was Fifth Dimension in Las Vegas with my family.
All right.
And that was a great concert, by the way. Anyway, we just have a few minutes left, so I want to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
The first question is your top albums of all time.
Top albums
and
of all time.
And I have mine here, I think, by the way. Yeah, top albums of all time.
Okay.
If you were to say.
Top albums of all time are probably, I would say, the 3 Electric Bob Dylan albums.
Okay, those are your favorite, best albums. I should say.
Which were Bringing It All Back Home.
I have that one.
Right, Highway 61 Revisited, and Blonde on Blonde.
Blonde on Blonde, that's cool.
Okay.
So you think these are the best albums ever made?
Those are some of the best music ever made, yes.
Okay.
All of the Cream albums.
Oh yeah, they're all great.
I thought were absolutely fabulous. Most of the Beatles albums, same thing.
Yeah, they're on my top. I have 2 Beatles albums on my top 10 list. That is Sgt. Pepper's and what is the other one? Revolver.
Revolver, yes, absolutely.
I think Revolver is on my top 10 list. I think.
Yeah, most of the early Rolling Stones albums, like first 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever.
Okay.
Who else?
But here, I'll give you my top 5.
That's going to be a bunch of them.
Marvin Gaye's What's Going On is my number 1.
Yeah, okay.
My number 2, Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Brother Miles Davis, Bitches Grew.
Yeah.
Number 4, Stevie Wonder's Inner Visions. Number 5, Sgt. Pepper's by the Beatles.
Okay, good, man.
Those are my top 5.
Good. Hey, I'm totally good with this. Stevie Wonder, to me, I say he's a man who is touched by God.
Yeah. I say this all the time. Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life, if it was a single album set, that would be number 1, and nobody can touch it.
Yeah, he has a way of bringing so much joy into what he does. You can hear it, you can feel it, and you just listen to him, you can tell that was one person who just had the whole spirit within him.
Oh yeah, he does. He had that golden period where he did Inner Visions, Songs in the Key of Life, Fulfilling the First Finale, and there's another one, Music of My Mind or something like that. That was best. Real quickly, I think we have like a minute left.
Good.
Favorite female singers of all time?
Favorite female singers are Janis Joplin.
She's in my top 10, by the way.
Etta James.
Etta James is in my top 10.
Sarah Vaughan.
Sarah Vaughan's in my top 10.
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday's in my top 10. Yeah.
Old blues.
Aretha Franklin's my number 1.
Yeah, there you go.
And lastly, your favorite song of all time?
Favorite song of all time is probably Like a Rolling Stone.
Okay. I think mine might be between Sunrise, Sunset, and Yesterday by Paul McCartney and the Beatles.
Okay.
But I think, those are my top 2.
Very good.
But I think we're coming to the end. But Bill, we're going to have to do this more often.
Right.
We really are. Really appreciate it.
Right, cool.
I love you, man. You know that.
Oh, yeah. You too, man.
Thank you for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. God bless. Love. Strong peace to all.